Are you living with pattern or with purpose? Let's talk about that on today's 10-Minute Talk. Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's 10-Minute Talk. My name is Pastor Jay Wentworth. I have the privilege of being the lead pastor here at Spirit Alive Church in Yakima, Washington. And today, I want to ask this question to you. Are you living your life with worldly patterns or with godly purpose? And it sounds like those are two entirely different things, but they can be very similar looking, and they can be very deceiving as to which one you are living. And so I really want to press into you guys that we need to be living with godly purpose, with godly intent in everything we do. And I want to give you some telltale signs to help you realize, hey, am I just doing a worldly pattern here, or am I doing a godly purpose? Now, it is easy as a Christian to dismiss this question as, of course, I'm living with godly purpose. That's silly to think I'm not. I believe in Jesus. But God can be part of your worldly pattern. And it's really all about prioritizing God. If you want to live with godly purpose, you have to prioritize Him, not just on Sunday mornings, not just during a routine, but in everything you do. You have to have intentionality with your faith walk. And you have to have intentionality with including God in every part of your life. And if there's anything in your life that doesn't include God, i.e. sin, or activities that remove you from your faith walk, or move you further away from your faith walk, or build up your pride, or your earthly image, or your reputation, and that's why you're doing that, that's the purpose behind that, then you might be living in a worldly pattern. Okay, and basically here's the difference between the two. A worldly pattern will lead you to success in the world only. A godly purpose will lead you to spiritual success in the world and eternal success in heaven. You see, we can have success in the world, but it might not be spiritual success. And we might ask ourselves, well, what does spiritual success look like? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it looks like serving others. It looks like humility. It looks like putting others' interests above your own. It looks like putting yourself aside and denying yourself to help others learn about Jesus. It looks like putting God first. And that brings me to my first verse that I want to go over with you today is very simply Matthew 6:33. But seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness. Seek first. And so and that doesn't just mean start your day with God, which is a great practice, by the way. I highly recommend it. I do that every day. I think that's a great idea. But it means in everything you do, God should be at the forefront. He should be the filter that everything has to run through first before you do it. And if it doesn't line up with His righteousness, with His kingdom, then we shouldn't be doing it. Okay? Or if our attitude does not line up with our righteousness and our kingdom before we start doing that thing, then we should probably reevaluate why we're doing it, or the attitude we're going into that situation with. Okay, we have to be godly as we go into things. We have to take Jesus with us into everything we are doing. He has to become an integral part. He has to become our life, and our life has to become His. Jesus has to be in every part of every day. If you truly are a follower of Christ, if you're following him, you're only going to go where he leads. And whatever you're doing, he's going to lead you through that in a certain way and have you conduct yourself as he would. And that's what it means to seek first the kingdom of God, is to seek first the path that Christ would take through the thing I am about to do. And that's not just physically, but with your attitude, with your emotions, with your spirit. How would Jesus perform this activity I'm about to perform? And if he wouldn't perform it, then I shouldn't be doing it. If I have a job that helps other people sin or leads me to sin, then I should probably be leaving that job. If I'm in an activity that walks on a path that would not have Jesus on that path with me, then I should be leaving that activity. If I have an attitude that moves in an opposite direction of Jesus, then I should pause and pray before I proceed into that activity, because my attitude is that of sin and not that of Christ. Worldly patterns look to lift us up, look to make us look better, no matter who's in our way. Now, here's the thing, and this is where Satan deceives you. God can be part of your worldly pattern, but it's not the real God. It's the one you made up to make you look better, to make you look like you're a good person. Because I go to church, because I help the needy, I'm a good person. Look what I'm doing. I'm doing good things. I go to church every Sunday. Look at me. Does that sound like something Jesus would say? I don't think so. And that's how God can become part of your worldly pattern. And again, it's a counterfeit God. It's not the real Jesus who fits into that pattern. It's only your version of Jesus, so that you feel good about yourself, to give yourself excuse to continue to act in a way that moves you away from Jesus, that moves you into a place where you are more comfortable, you are less challenged, and you can do exactly what you want. And you can always fall back on saying, but I'm a Christian. I go to church on Sunday. I know Jesus. And yet that whole time in your heart, you know that you are following a worldly pattern. You are not being guided by God. You are being guided by making yourself your own God. A counterfeit God. If you incur no challenges, no growth, no pushback, it probably means you're stuck in a worldly pattern. If you constantly have it easy street, it probably means you're stuck in a worldly pattern. And some of you are going to say, but what if God blesses me on that easy street? And he will. He will give you times of peace and of ease. But it's supposed to be peace in all circumstances, peace in sufferings, which means you're going to incur those things on your journey. And if you're avoiding them, that's not what Jesus did. I mean, that's pretty straightforward that that's not what Jesus did. The man died on a cross. The man opposed the leadership of the time entirely. He was constantly in conflict with the world. And that godly purpose is going to be that. Let's look really quick here. At Colossians 3:23 and 24, it says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. So everything you do, everything, try to make it as if you are working for Jesus. You are serving the Lord, and that means you are going to humbly sacrifice yourself. Deny yourself and lift others up and put others' interests above your own. and be soaked in the holiness of God, knowing that eternally you will receive your reward, not here, not now. You'll get lauded in heaven. Don't try to put yourself on a pedestal now. Live with godly purpose. Find your calling. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Believe me, I know. But what it does mean is you'll have godly purpose over a worldly pattern. Thanks, friends. Have a great day. See you next Monday. Bye-bye.